Man say that he never been Nottingham. There's a lot of things that I've been Nottingham. Hoes and greasers in Nottingham, but these also pretty things in Nottingham. These MCs going in Nottingham. Clash might get spin in Nottingham. So man do road in Nottingham, so you might just get jerked in Nottingham. Man say that he never been Nottingham. There's a lot of things that I've been Nottingham. Hoes and greasers in Nottingham, but these also pretty things in Nottingham. These MCs going in Nottingham. Clash might get spin in Nottingham. So man do road in Nottingham, so you might just get jerked in Nottingham. Good fingers if you're from 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 Nottingham. Good
Old time man like Darksy, yeah?
Good fingers if you're from Nottingham. From Nottingham. Good fingers if you're 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 from Nottingham. Man say that he never been Nottingham. There's a lot of things that I've been Nottingham. Hoes and greasers in Nottingham, but he's also pretty things in Nottingham. These MCs going in Nottingham. Clash might get spin in Nottingham. So man do road in Nottingham, so you might just get jerked in Nottingham. Man say that he never been Nottingham. There's a lot of things that I've been Nottingham. Hoes and greasers in Nottingham, but he's also pretty things in Nottingham. These MCs going in Nottingham. Clash might get spin in Nottingham. So man do road in Nottingham, so you might just get jerked in Nottingham. If you wanna go back to back, I'm Nottingham. 6 days in a week, see me in a Nottingham. Last day man might fly up to Tottenham or Birmingham. Ready as I've been a lot of them. When I clash I ain't bothering. And he told me to call, but I ain't offering. If you don't involve Jada or Nottingham Kaiser or Nottingham Blender or Nottingham Easy or Nottingham Naughty or Shrineham. Bet peas that we're better than a lot of them. You don't wanna war with the Nottingham Donovan's plays in my sea like shops, there's a lot of them. Her mind never China racking up our bopping them, but he ain't bopping them seen. You don't wanna war with the Nottingham team. Why can we come just like Meat Machine? Good fingers if you're from Nottingham. Good fingers if you're from Nottingham. Good fingers if you're from Nottingham.
Let's go.
Ano, 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 původní plán byl sice v 1 hodinu, hello, ale, kde vždy, pičo, ale změny se plány se mění, jo, plány se mění, protože a jelikož, prosím pěkně, ve 14:00 začíná semifinále letošního světového šampionátu v League Credence. A jelikož fucking T1, tak se podíváme na to semifinále, bude to řežba jak kokot, protože budou hrát proti GEN.G. Takže to bude halus. A jak jsem říkal, začínají ve 2 hodiny, což je za 1,5 hodiny. Takže, aby jsme taky stihli něco ze hry, OK, no jakože League of Legends. League of Credence, League of Legends. Takže, aby jsme stihli něco zahrát, tak si dáme fifenku. Jo, původní plán byl sice Made of Scare, ale fuck that shit. Jdeme si dát fifu. A potom se podíváme na semifinále. Což bude Wildin jak kráva, protože proti sobě budou hrát reálně nejlepší korejský a nejlepší čínský tým. Ahoj Jáďo, ahoj, vítejte slečny. Takže to je náš plán pro dnešek. OK, to je náš plán. Tak, já jenom budu doufat, že ta FIFA naběhne rychleji, než kurva naběhla včera. Což se tak zatím úplně netváří, takže... Na kokot. No, jak se máte dneska? Budeme docela hodinku asi, jak nejméně, bo vidíme cestu naspět domů. OK. Tak sick, kurva. No nic, už nám nabíhá fifenka, takže let's go. Pořádný basy, no tak ty vole. Musí být. Tak nic. Ještě máš na tričku? Mám piči. Takzvaně. Bad Parenting Funk? Co to kurva je?
Let's go.
Tak to můžeme klidně dát, jelikož budeme mít samozřejmě nějaký čas, než se spustí liga takzvaně. Tak. Bad Parenting, to je taká twisted hra. Aha. Popřemýšlíme, uvidíme. A nechám tu kameru asi tak, ne, dolů jí dám, že? Dolů jí dám. Kámo, mě klíčuje, vole, green screen. GG a musím, vole, zase změnit rozlišení, protože chápeš, včerejší KSP prostě nešlo jinak, takže hell yes. Webku větší, že? Trošku. Takhle nějak. To by mohlo být fajn. Tak. Bad Parenting Funky Song na Spotify. OK. Pak pustíme. Webku větší nebo nechat takhle? Bad Parenting efekt je real? Ano, vždycky byl. Webka v pohodě? OK. Takže. Nechať? Dobrá. Tak. Mrdáme tréninky, vole, jdeme rovnou hrát. Referee, jak já to mám vědět? Let's do this. Konečně dobrý německý banger. Neprohrát, to je easy, ty kokote. Tak, je to free? Nice. Piče, potřebujeme nějak otevřít tu jejich obranu, ať tam máme kam posílat přihrávky. No. No. To je docela free. Je to vy teda, keď víš, lore? OK, tak já si ho nebudu zjišťovat schválně. Disturbing as fuck. Jsem liga hráč, to je v pohodě. No jo. Hype me, boys. Hype me. Let's go. 1:0 čtvrtá minuta. Lepší začátek asi být úplně nemohl. Piču, šáh se mu do toho, že? Simply? Simply my ball? OK. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jsem zakop. Proč? Neumím běhat, kámo. What the fuck? Fotbalista. No, on taky ne, dobré. Go. Prosím tě! Ten ještě go. Je to free jak výsledek tohohle zápasu, ty vole. 2:0 10. minuta. A jsem ty žebráku. Dík. Je. Nebude. Tak bude. Počkej. WTF, proč je zraněný ten žebrák? Je! Je! Tak jo. Teda tě rozjebe? OK. Tak jo. Jsem pojebkal trošku možná. Ježiš. Počkej. Já jdu. Pim! Nejdřív ta hra taková, že? Aha, nic moc, ale potom to je dark as fuck. Takže něco jako Doki Doki. Let's go, já vím, děkuju. Krásně k tyči. Jen tam zaplul. Ne. Louis Sibley? My sibling? Ti mrdá! Offside! Ještě, že tak? Není to visual hra, ale box to byla. OK. Ty vole, těsnej offside. Ty píčo! Že vo špičku. To mohl být průser, ty kokot. Už to mohlo být 2-3. Go. Co je? Ty kokot! Boyfriend moje sesternice to ti pochválil stream? Že nespolu. Nice, že děkuju. Canko. Nepřihraješ. Pim. Prosím tě! No jo. To cute.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for
Kámo, 4-1, ty vole, jsme v polovině prvního poločasu. Co chtějí dělat proti mně? Žebráku, stůj. Počkej, tak tě zastavíme na podruhý, počkej. Čum, nemá komu přihrát, je v píči. Ale ty ses proč zastavil? Na který kokot? Ha! Ha! Já jdu? Ah! Mohlo být, mohlo být. Zpomalil jsem to až moc. Dobrá. OK. Makačka zpátky kucí. Yeah. Yeah. OK. Go. OK, to je dobrý pas, to je mega dobrý pas. Ale já nemám komu! GEN.G. Jsem dodetoval kepka tutoriál asi pro hodinku, takže vyjde zdrav. OK. Hovát Nielsen. Gol z rohu, ten jsme nedali fakt už kurva dlouho. Yeah. Počkej, čum se. Yeah. Nevím, co jsem tam zkoušel, ale nevyšlo mi to. Žebráku. Pičo. Stůj! Hajzle! No jo, to byl pás, ty kokot. Nemám TikTok. No. Ho! Kokot! Čumja! Na kolikrát to neprošlo? Jebetí. Tak ty byly lucky jak pes třeba. Je, počkej, v klidu. Je, tak ne v klidu. Stůj ty žebroně. Okay. Zahraje se brankář. No nepřesprintuje prostě. Chuj.
And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there?
Jejda!
That is going to mean a caution.
Ta byla jasná, no. Jsem ho prostě zajel, ty kokot.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench.
Ale prosím tě. Jo! Mě nenechal dovařit. The fuck? Myslím, že jakoby máme splněno, ne? Ok, ještě trošku dodržení míče a máme splněno. Tak to je pohoda. Počkej. Stavím.
Will it happen for them? Is this the moment? And it's for him. And a goal here. There
Jaká patička, ty debile. Pijte, jo, pijte.
Well, as the replay shows, that's such a brilliant bit of skill to set up the chance. And from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
No jo. Je to tak? Je to way too easy tenhle zápas. Tak co? Co budeš dělat? Počkej, jsem neprošel? Ano, už jsou wild in. Kokot. Můžu mu tam strčit nohu nebo něco? Nebyl offside? Nakrátko, ale ne až tak. OK. OK. Ha, žebráci. Čum. Yeah.
And the ball's gone.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Go here. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping.
Já keď jsem grsnej, vyhledávám na Google how to get rid of cat hair from Black Legends. Váleček. To je jednoduchý.
Played over.
No!
With a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Konečně gol z rohu, ty vole. Třeba po 10 nebo 15 zápasech.
Sibley.
Konečně jsem se prosadil hlavou. Koko tady, to jsem. No, to je easy, čum!
He'll take this on. Oh my goodness! What an outrageous hit! I can't believe he took it on from there. Neither can the goalkeeper.
Well, look at the replay here because they don't come much better than this. He hits
Bim!
it so sweetly. What a goal this is.
29 metrů, ty debile.
To be happy with this performance. They're pretty good today.
Jak jsem to zavěsil, ty blázne. Tak to je exibice, ty vole, to je exibice. Co chceš dělat teď, ty píčo? Jako prohráváš o 6 gólů a do konce zápasu asi půl hodiny, nebo jak dlouho? No, půl hodiny.
Sibley.
Nedáš 6 gólů, chápeš?
Well, giving the ball away.
Počkej. Udělám ho. Přihraju. Ježiš, to je dream. Pim.
There's the chip.
No.
Goalkeeper's touch, that was crucial.
Nejvystrašenější mačka, která ani kreslej neberí a i keď s ňou žije, přijdeme já, ona je ku mně sadne si mi na nohy a zaspí. O, to je nuný.
And over
To je
it
dobrý.
comes. And there is the goal. Found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here it is again. It's a good delivery from the corner and it ends up with a fairly simple finish.
Mačky sama vždy boja, možná děláš moc rychlý prudký pohyby. 8-1, ty vole. Ty vole, jestli dáme ještě jeden gol, jakoby my, tak jakože my, jakože já, tak máme 2 hat-tricky za jeden zápas, ty kokote.
Andreas
Je.
Geiper.
Takhle to ale nepůjde. No,
He saw the situation developing.
hold up. Je. To vůbec nevyšlo, tenhle ten kontakt.
20 minutes to go in this one.
Stůj ty chcanko. Ano, ale stůj víc! No, tak nějak.
Untidy in possession.
No, já chci druhý hat-trick! Právě že nedělám? No tak to netuším.
Sibley.
No jo, to víš, že jo. Go.
Bodies forward and the break looks
Běž,
on.
kečupe! Čavo je prostě Heinz.
Now, can they take
Hop.
advantage?
Ha, tam jsem se asi úplně neprorval. Já chci druhý hat-trick, žebráci. Je. Tak to asi nebude druhý hat-trick, jak to je to kupa. Kamo. Můžeš!
Past him. Ball is loose. Well, it looks and a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation?
Mě jedno, ke mně přišla kočka dobrovolně, no tak nice. Myslím, ale že byla on prejde na autom pred... Jo, tak to je nehezký přímák, no. Je. Znova, hop!
Off the
Huh.
post and back in play.
Hej! Mrdáti. OK. OK.
Well, threat averted.
Protiútok, kokote. Ale jaký?
10 minutes to go.
Kde jsem? Ha, to jsem já! Čum! Pim!
Bring it in.
Aw.
Keeper more than equal to the task.
Je rybkej píkety.
So 2 substitutes to come on in one go. Who's going to get on the end?
Já!
Goalkeeper doing his
Piči.
job getting the touch.
Kde jsem, tu jsem.
Increasing the
Oh.
pressure. Another corner it is.
To bylo moc. A nebo ne?
Still not
Je.
clear.
Je. Počkej, dobrý, ještě furt, dobré. Ne, tak už nepadne druhý trik. Nejde nic, GG. Pojebal jsem to. Nebo? Kam zmizelo skóre, kámo, proč je tam jenom timer?
Derek Kern.
Ne!
Beating his opponent with ease. And no problems at all
Dobré.
for the keeper.
Ještě máme čas na to, aby jsme to tam dali, jo?
Max Bezuškov.
No ale ne, když já to budu tahat odsud. OK. Actually vyzeralo jako jo. Nunísek. Já to nějak zkusím uvařit, chat, ale... Počkej, já to zkusím uvařit na podruhý. Tak to zkusíme uvařit na potřetí, OK? Mě varpos, WTF, proč? Však čum, jaký jsem vařič. Čekuj to. No. Je! Dobré, dobré! Máme ještě ten přímák, nebo už je konec? Aha. Tak to bylo úplně zbytečná žlutá, ty vole. Čávo odpískal konec zápasu a zároveň mu dal žlutou. Kámo. No tak jo, no. 8-1, ty vole. Totální demolace. Ty blázne. Demolace? Demolice. Samozřejmě. Demolice. Samozřejmě, že to měla být demolice. Žlutá je žlutá. No jako jo, ale... Why would you? Tak... Přestaneme makat. Kámo, proč furt slyším ty skurvený kopačky? Děkuju. Tak jo, co můžeme udělat? Tak, postavíme si bazén, že jo? Koupíme si tadyhle srandu. Jasně. No, na to budou peníze za nedlouho. Easy. Naše cesta, jasně. Jenom góly spoza 16. Tak to je nejvíc ready. Turbo easy. Tak. Hrajeme venku. Jsme plně odpočatý, takže by to mělo být turbo easy. Stejně tak jako ten předchozí zápas, že? Let me into the game, plus boy. No! Že bude šance být slavně 0,0086%? No, tomu bych i věřil. Prorazit je extrémně těžký. Neprohrajte. I like those odds, same. Co to je za mini stadionek, ty píčo? Jako bychom byli zpátky v Anglii. Stůj! No, vidíš to, že to jde. Zweite Bundesliga. Ježiš. Přihrávka měla přijít o krok dřív, ale dobré, kámo. Ježiš. Je! Ha! Co to je za bordel? OK, tak jo. Žebrák. Tak já jdu. It is going to be, hell yes. Pá! No jo. Jen doufám, že se mě teď asfalt nelek, ty kokot. He? Škindl.
Marino.
29 gólů v 8 zápasech, to je docela ready. Ježiš. No, pozor. Easy. Easy. Pojď sem. Burnič. Jérôme Gondor. Fuck me. These matches be too easy. Ten osvat jdeme zaskričit. Jo, určitě jo. Musí být hrozně šťastný. Hovát Nielsen, vole, z toho jména furt ujebávám. Je, škoda. Žebroň, stůj. To se posral, ne? Už jsem ho tam viděl. Ježíš, co to bylo? Za odkop. Tomu hlasateli rozumím úplný kokot třeba. Ale jdu. Já ho taky nepřesprintuju, se pochcal, ne? Ha! No jo. Jak tohle můžeš netrefit? Kámo. Kdybych tam byl já, vole, ten střílející hráč, tak je jasný, že to tam padne. Ježiš. OK. Dál se nedostanou. OK, možná se dál dostanou, ale hej! Dobré, vyvezem to a čum. Ale kur... Přechodová fáze je úplně na hovno. Tak ty chcípneš. No jasně, že jo, ty vole, mám dobrou kopací techniku jak blázen. Hlídej si offside, busy. Dobře. Tak zkusíme, viď? No tak to vůbec. Je! Vojebat. Bim! Je. Takže funny timing, jdem do školy iba do středy a v čtvrtok, pátek už jsou jesenné prázdniny a potom mám ještě víkend. No nice. Tak, dobrý den. Se zase posral, ne? Haha! Ježiš. Ano. Ale ty seš taky počkej. Taková škoda! Ty blázne! Vůbec nevím, jak jsem se tam dostal k míči třeba. A to moje zorientování tam taky v tom prostoru bylo hrozně zmatečný. Je. Zkus to znova.
second time of asking.
Well, he's just pulled off a great first save.
Zdržuješ.
Now they can all calm down.
No. 2-0 půle. Jako není to takový drcení jako ten poslední zápas, ale aspoň držíme čistý skóre, teda čistý konto. Hop. Hop, hop. Hop. Je. Tak jo, tak ne. Počkej. Je. Nečekej, běž! Zabij ho! Kurva! Ha! Ha! Jak se mu ho vyfouk? OK. OK, tak nic. Ale prosím tě. No jo! Je. Jak mi ho vyfouk? Žlutá. To je žlutá. No jo. A obraná standardka takzvaně. Tak jo, kdyby se náhodou rozhodli to střílet po zemi, lehni si tam prosím tě za ně. Hop! Kurva. Hop! Tak ne. Ha! To bude dobré. Farao just disappeared? Ano, ano. Ani tu hodinu tady nebyla. Haha! Idiot. Je, jsem neudělal moc dobře. Úplně k hovnu klička, stůj! Nevím, kde mám telefon, nevím, kde mám klíč, bro. Tak a dost. Je, dobré. To je, ten je jasnej! Tak nic. Tak, roh. Roh? Ty píčo. Jsem prostě přestal hrát, ty vole. Chci... Jak tohle myslel, frajer? No to je měl být gól. Ježiši! OK. No to je dement, to souhlasím. Ježiš. Ježiš! Ty pičo! Fisted away by the goalkeeper. Poprosil bych kucí náběh na vzdálenější tyč, jo? Brankáři gymnasta, doslova. Proč jsem se sklonil? Však to měl být, ty kokot, čum na mě. Já ne, abych to dorazil. Já jsem tomu uhnul. Kámo. Ale že bych byl v offsideu, možná proto. You shall not pass, bro. Yeah. You shall not pass, jakože ne projít, ale přihrát, chápeš? Ha! Je, na dvakrát. Je, jsem to otevřel. Teď jsem mu tam vlez do té střely. Však jsem trefil míč, ty žebráku! Co klipuješ? OK, tak jsem netrefil míč, no. Je, počkej. Stopni se do té zdi! Pičo, zase? Obraná standardka, z toho přijde rychlej protiútok. Už to cítím.
Keeper did his job to begin with.
Ježiš!
Blocked it.
Co se tam stalo?
He's got to score.
Ha! Ježiš!
Terrific
Ježiš!
anticipation.
Jaký
Using the
obos!
space really well, but now can they push on? Happy to shoot.
Je. Počkej.
Reading it well. And the flag has gone up here, offside the
Offsi-
decision. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game.
Sustráči, vole.
Went in strongly, decisively. Opportunity to deliver the cross. Is this the moment? And he can't argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable to
No jo, no jo, no jo. Ten clipping feature mi laguje jak kokot. Fakt?
Well, as you can see, the defending is all over the place.
Naštěstí to šlo, no tak
That's far too easy
nice.
for the attackers. The goalkeeper's got
Ping.
absolutely no chance there.
Kundy.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now.
No to si kuř, ty vole.
Philip Heise.
Filip Heise.
And cutting it
Yeah.
out. Schleusener.
Šlojzena. Jsou fakt jména, ty kokot.
Almost at full time, and I'll
Jasný
tell you
Němci.
what, playing away from their home patch has been a pleasant experience for them, Stuart.
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think
Ježiš.
they're an outstanding team today.
Now in a
Ho!
more than decent position.
Hoho! Hoho!
And a shot from somewhere.
Oh,
out.
škoda, škoda.
Just a little bit off target, just wide.
Yeah, it was close, but the keeper would have saved that had it been on target.
Jak vymotával se mi tam celkem slušně, že?
It is substitution time at this juncture, not just from one side, but from both. Schleusener.
Týpek prostě odsouval od toho hlavičkovýho souboje.
The referee has decided that
Blázne, to nedoběhnu, už nemám staminu. Počkej.
Lucas with it.
Počkej.
Oh, managing to beat him. And a fine stop to turn the ball away.
Konec.
And
No.
that is that. The referee blows his whistle for full time, and it's a victory for the visitors.
You're absolutely right.
No jo, too easy, chat, too easy. No, všechny úkoly splněný. Tak to má být, kurva. Káš. OK, děkuju. Nathan Pryor. Nathan Pryor to what? No a jdem koupit tu poslední věc, vole. Krása. Máme všechno. Nic víc koupit nemůžeme, teď už můžeme reálně jenom investovat. Ještě nám tady probíhá tohleto. Prosím tě. Tak co nás čeká dál? Pohár! DFB Pokal. Co to kurva je? Tak, jdem to vykoumat, jdem to vykouzlit, jdem to vyzápasovat. Další výhra na náš účet.
A man to watch. A hat-trick in his last game. Can he continue that
Ještě
red hot
hoďku,
form?
necelou. 50 minutek do ligy. OK. To zvládneme, kokot.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football.
A hrajem
You've got
venku
today.
zase,
I'm
bych se
Derek Ray,
pochcel.
and my commentary partner here on the gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham
Jen jsem se
player,
ujistěvala,
Stuart
I
Robson.
see.
And it's all about the
Yeah.
cup here in Germany, the DFB Pokal, the national knockout competition. Stuart, what are you expecting?
Well, there's nothing like a good cut
Ho!
to boost confidence, and these two
Tak nic.
teams will be hoping this could be their year
sem.
to win this tournament. Yes, there's a long way to go, but this is
Eh!
a big game for both teams.
Je, škoda. Tam, kdybych to zeknul doprava víc, ty vole, tak jsem šel na bránu.
Well, on paper it
Yeah,
looks a rigid
yeah.
4-4-2, but watch out for the
Yeah.
rotation of the wide players and the forward runs from the central midfield players. They could be a handful today.
Co to je vůbec za tým, proti kterému hrajem, ty vole? To je prvoligovej, nebo? Hanoufa.
They're gonna play as a 4-4-2. They must
Aha,
make sure they
nemáš
stay
komu přihrát, co?
connected
To se
to
pak
the
hraje na
position
piču.
and then stretch
Piči.
the pitch when they do have the ball.
Špatný první
How they
dotek.
play in transition
Výborně.
is gonna be key.
A jdu! Tahám to! Čum, zkusím to! Je. Musím si dorábět matiku. Ají.
No, he wasn't.
Million
He
miles
generates
away.
so much power from that sort of distance. His technique is brilliant.
Naši fanoušci jsou slyšet, i když jsme venku.
Bych
si mohl zapnout 7-1, že?
Well, Derek, he's certainly the man to watch. In the last game, scored those 3 goals, but his general play was outstanding. He looked a threat whenever he got the ball, and I'm sure he's going to be the same threat today against the defence.
In it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game.
Prr.
Well, as the replay shows, that's such a brilliant bit of skill to set up the chance. And
No
then
jo.
strike.
Hezky z otočky,
Such
krása.
ferocity. Certainly no stopping that. That's a great goal.
Let's go. Krásný to začátek zápasu, zase 13. minuta, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, proč mi ukazuje, že to je 0 lidí, mě taky. V klidu. YouTube blbne, I guess. Nzola. Ale jdu! Proč se nehejbu? Nenech ho v klidu rozehrát, to je ono, high pressing. Nenech ho v klidu. Musí hrát rychle, nemají se jak uvolnit. Píči. Já jsem si ale mohl dát lepší hlavičku. Ha! To bude za žlutou možná. Ježiš. To je zase motanice, ty kokote. Už! What the fuck? Už to funguje.
Well, he didn't get the technique right there, and as a result, he mistimes the contact on the ball.
To jak se za tím míčem vracela ta noha, jebetí? Počkej. Čum ta noha, ne? Kurva EA. To je EA. 13 plus už ty můžou na Robloxu nadávat, WTF? Proč by mohli? Co to je za bullshit? Lukas Čubla. Nikolas Höfner. Lukas Höfner. Oh shit. Měl bych si z toho přestat dělat prdel. Easy, chat. Roblox dal taky upgrade, že vraj? No tak to je pěkná pičovina třeba. Ty píčo, ale ten byl.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive, and then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
Hit the freaking Gwiddy. Ano. Tak, pojď ty chcánko.
Good through ball. And a shot from some way out.
Ježiš, škoda, škoda. Kdyby líp sedla, tak mohla klidně ohrozit tu bránu.
Quite accurate enough. And a throw in then. On the ball, Lucas.
Pim!
And nicely struck. Well, the shot
Hat-trick,
seemed like
určitě.
a good option, but goalkeeper's ball.
To ani není otázka. Otázka je, jestli to zvládnu ještě tenhle ten poločas.
Bala Nzola. Well, that's common sense refereeing to play advantage. Moving it forward. Well, didn't go to plan in the end.
Ano. Ano!
Yes, what a pass. He's in behind the defence here. Oh, in it goes. No, he has his hat-trick.
Pá!
For him.
Ty pičo, to zase byla akcička, ty vole.
Well, here's the replay. The pass over the top has just
A další
the
gol
right
spoza
amount of
vápna.
pace on it, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal. Well, no wonder
Pane
he's
coach,
delighted. There
vy
it
máte
was in the
radost,
game
vy
now.
máte radost, pane trenér. No jo. Počkej, kolik ještě potřebujeme na golu spoza 16? 3? Asim tě.
Well, you've got to say an incredible
Mám na to celou sezónu. No tak to je easy. A pak jdeme do první Bundesligy. Konečně, vole, progresneme do nějaký pořádný soutěže.
And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Well, breaking at pace is always a possibility. Showing ambition.
Je.
And it will be
Škoda. Ahoj, Tajko.
to
Vítej,
that
vítej.
counter-attack.
Well, it's a great move. Everything was right up until that final finish.
Ty vole, kámo. V životě se nedostanu k té lavičce, vole, od toho brankáře. Mrdáti.
Ritsu
No tak to
Doan.
vůbec. Umřeš. Ty hrozně umřeš.
And
Tak
with
ne, no.
that, the attack fizzles out.
Go! Let me go!
Promising pass.
Not like that.
And just offside, but by a whisker, my goodness.
Tak jo, no. Ale jo. Ale jo, jako byl tam.
1 minute of stoppage time has been added on.
Špatný.
A chance then for the
Bučíš, vole. Hovado. Prohráváš, co? Se ti nelíbí.
Well, they've got
Jak
things
já
going
ten pocit
again
znám.
here, and I wonder what kind of second half we have in store for us.
Vypadá to, že po tomhle stihneme ještě tak 2 zápasy, než nám začne semifinále.
Takes the shot. Denied by the bar. Back
Dobrý
in play
razítko.
here.
Jak jsem vyfouk ten míč.
Max Bezuschkow.
Huh.
Well, that's splendid
Huh.
play.
Překombinovaný.
Well, that's a
Co?
penalty.
Co?
Just what they wanted to avoid,
Tak jo.
given the scoreline.
No tak jo. Proč má LG být kapitánskou pásku mimochodem?
Well, Derek, it's a foul, yes, a penalty, absolutely, but for me, it's not.
Tak
a
co,
yellow
chat,
card.
pravej horní?
The ref has got that right.
Pravej horní zní celkem ready, ne?
To make it 4-0. And the penalty is converted. A goal it is. And now
V klidu,
he
v
can
klidu, v
exhale.
klidu.
Well, here's the replay, and the goalkeeper chooses the right way, but he's a bit unlucky because the strike goes above his body. It's a good
Easy.
penalty. It's the height that beats him on this occasion.
A lopsided contest. 4-0.
Je, jsem ho chtěl prostě zabít. Nepovedlo se. Je, počkej.
Well, all doing their bit
Too easy,
to keep them
too
out.
easy. Byl hrozně pomalej, no.
Counter-attacking very much
Yeah.
an option.
Hovno, počkej.
Happy to take on the shot.
Ah.
Keeper getting the touch. An alert piece of
Jsem
defending.
měl střílet z první. To je fajn, že se vám tak hezky fandí, když prohráváte 4-0, kámo. Počkej. Ale kurva.
And he clears the danger.
Ježiš.
Must be. And a fine stop.
Dobré no.
And they're
Tak
making
gól
a
z rohu,
change.
jinak to nevidím. Náběh, vzdálenější tyč, kucí. To už známe, ne?
And over it comes. Oh, that's top-notch goalkeeping, you've got to say.
Well, those stats tell you everything. They're opening up the opposition at will, and while we've seen some really poor defending, their attacking play has been excellent.
Well, just fractionally
Ale
wide.
ten měl být, to bylo úplně
And the
jasný.
substitution will occur now.
Tak pojď. Fakt? To budeš rozehrávat na krátko? Bro. No a zpátky na brankáře,
Under
že?
pressure here.
Tak ne. Kurva, jsem se nechal udělat.
Nicolas Höfler.
Nikolas kdo?
Gregoric. Lewis Ferguson.
Mhm.
Oh, great attacking play. It's a long way off target.
Počul jsi o tom, že rastliny přestávají dýchat CO2? Ne? Neslyšel. O tom jsem neslyšel. Tak v tom případě jsme celkem v píči.
Error from the keeper. Will they seize on it? And keeping it out.
No, OK. Vedle.
Cedric Teuchert.
Může se mi někdo pohnout, kucí?
Ball control. Oh, surely.
Tak ne, nepotřebuju nikoho.
He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
No hej, no, jakoby, to je, jsme těžce v píči, víš co? Bů, že jo, vole. Ten najnižší procento ever. GG. Huh. 2023 byl velmi horúcí rok, takhle by anomália. No to hej no. Huh. Krásně. Může se mi někdo pohnout, kucí? Že oni tam budou oba dva stát jak kokoti. No way!
Managed to get it out of there. Cedric Teuchert. Opportunity. A goal here. Giving his team precisely what they were looking for. Now he deserves
Too easy.
to
Too
celebrate
easy.
it.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
To jsem se pojebal. Die! Die! Die!
Günther. And it's with Eggestein.
More brosky.
And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings?
Dylan
They
Page o
haven't
tom
been
dobré
at the
vravil v
best.
najnovším videu.
Well, I
To
have
jsem
to
se
say,
nechal...
this is a really
Ty vole, to
good
bylo
goal.
hrozný.
He's
To bylo
finished
hrozný.
his marker, and that gives him the space to get
No
his
nic.
shot away. Excellent stuff from him.
Lucas.
Dobré no, tak
Going well.
počilujeme, ne? Trošku. Tak ne.
Intercepted it. Lukas Kübler. In possession, Doan.
No to nedaj dalšího.
Ferguson.
Ani za piču.
Intelligent threaded pass here. I'm not testing the keeper at all with that effort. Neumann. We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. And making his move inside and thumped away. to take on the shot.
No nic, za zkoušku to stálo. 6-1. Too easy. Jdeme dál, je to tak.
Much from the start.
Drž píču. Tak. Zas ty kopačky, kámo. No tak jo. Mrdám, mrdám. Kámo, nevím, jak dělat přihrát a běžet, jinak bych to do toho šel, že instantně. Z Carbon Syncu na Carbon Source. A GG, dolítali jsme. Sem půjdem. V klidu, v klidu. Ještě 3 góly spoza 6. Jak to, že to tam nepadá? Zase mám být Ambassador Beats? No tak jo, ty vole! Tak proč ne, že jo? To jsou další 100k jen tak, ty vole. Ještě nám běží tohle. Zítra to končí, jo? Tak schválně kolik z toho vyinkasujem. Co? 30 000? A ještě jsem hráč týmu, teda hráč měsíce. Oh, I see. OK. Sice jsme vydělali 0, ale tak jo. To znamená, že máme 280... 300, ty píčo! Jasně. Jasně. Prosím tě. To už mám vyřešený. Tohle bude za 8 dní. Klub chce uspořádat akce na oslavu Halloweenu. No tak to bude muset počkat, ať máme love, ne? Mrdám! Tohle, všechno. A hrajem doma. Konečně, ty píčo, po 2 zápasech. Teď jsme investiční bohové, chat. Máme prachy úplně ve všem, v čem mít prachy můžem. Nejhorší je to, že věci to nezapočítali do predikce, kdy bude zem inhabitable. No. Tak to, aby udělali novou predikci, kluci. Aby si Elon pohnul se Starship. To bylo greedy tohle. A to je domácí stadion, ty vole. Tady to poznávám.
I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And coming up for you, action from the Zweite Bundesliga.
Zkusíme hned ze začátku, že?
And they take on Kaiserslautern.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere.
Opportunity. Keeper there to collect.
Měl jít vzduchem.
This is the lineup for the home team.
Well, it's a 5-3-2, really.
Co máváš?
Backs are more defensively minded, which could leave the front two without any service from the wide areas. That could be a problem for them.
Oh shit.
Developing nicely for them.
Oh shit.
Oh, good save.
OK. Obraná standardka, to máme zmáknutý.
And over comes the corner. Emphasis on the clearance, a good one. Well, I know the home side are very proud of this particular statistic. They can boast the best defensive record in the league, Stuart.
Well, they've been so well organised
No jo.
defensively. They press the ball from the front. The midfield players work really hard, and the defence are so disciplined. They're just so hard to break down.
And it's opening up. There it is.
Imagine, že volí se stane realitou? God damn. A co když jo? Co když reálně jo?
Well, as the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him.
1-0 then.
Je. OK, tak ten je jasný, ne?
Might be a chance here.
Ty píčo!
Here, off the post.
Jak jsi nechal předskočit? Ty seš úplně koště.
Well, giving the ball away.
Ale...
Can he put it in? Set pair of hands, did his job. Oh, breezing past him. Well, the keeper has outdone himself.
Já potřebuju ty goly spoza vápna mít co nejdřív hotový, chápeš? Ten je dobrý, ten je dobrý! Tak ne.
But the keeper takes command.
Ale to
A
píč!
really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened.
To není spoza vápna. Jo, Mendezovce, to ji znám. Já taky úplně halus případ.
Trying to deliver it accurately. Well, still an issue here.
Ježiši.
And problem solved for now.
Je, ale roh, to je roh.
So a
To je roh,
corner
tam byla
following
teč.
the deflection.
Krásná střecha, chat. Takovou střechu byste taky chtěli mít doma, že?
Who's
Tak
gonna
ten je,
get on
ten
the
je.
end of it?
Tak není.
Not the most confident clearance.
Počkej. No.
Pretty straightforward defending, dealing with that cross.
Tak to rozjedem znova. A
Excellent assessment
kurva.
of the situation at the back. Well, that's common sense refereeing to play advantage.
Hej!
And giving it away.
Huh. Huh. OK.
Mark Nielsen.
OK.
Lovely ball. And goes for goal. It's still alive. Well,
Oh,
great contact
kamo,
with that
to tam
one.
musíme
Well, the
dotlačit.
goalkeeper had his own ideas.
Je by nějaký důkaz, kterým by jim mohl
Corner kick
pomoct
awarded.
vydat na svobodu.
Let's see if this
Však se
ball
přiznali!
comes to the lead.
What the fuck?
Trying to pick out a teammate. And a simple clearance, a good one. And whipped into the box. Taking care of business defensively here.
Kámo, to je
Well,
hrozná
breaking the pace is
překopávaná
always a
tohle.
possibility.
Může ho někdo zastavit plus? Nebo jeho? Nebo je... No, děkuju.
And intercepts again.
Hní se!
Can they trouble the opposition this time? Well, didn't go to plan in the end. So almost at half-time, and they are making good use of home advantage.
Yeah,
Still a
yeah.
bit of work to do, though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Well, it's been a tight game so far, but they've just had that little bit more quality on the ball, particularly in midfield, where they've just started to
Keyword
take
je, že
control.
vraj.
They'll be fairly happy going
Možná to je
at
všechno
half-time
jiné,
if it
jako
stays like
nejen, že
this.
jsou inoce. Nemůžou, však se přiznali doslova. Jak by mohli být innocent?
Can he deliver it with accuracy? Still not clear. Max Bezuskov. And he might be through here.
Žebráci!
And it's gone in.
Já ti dám, vole, že celý poločas tlačíme na bránu a dáme jenom jeden gol. To vůbec.
Well, as you can see, what an excellent backheel this is to set up the goal. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
They couldn't maintain possession.
Jsme ve varu. Je.
Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in the future? Takes the shot.
To si kůř.
Brace for himself. No stopping him apparently.
Povídej, jaký tam máš ještě nic.
Well, as you can see, this is a wonderful strike. He makes the perfect connection, and he has so much pace on it. It's a great goal.
Well, you've got to say, an incredible first-half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to
Ale
know.
ty píčo.
Just
No tak
1
to se
minute of
úplně
stoppage
posral, ne?
time, say the officials. That's a useful cross. Well,
Yeah.
thumped clear.
No jo.
Shot blocked, but still
Yeah.
alive. Oh yes, a goal. Exactly what they were looking for.
Já
And
z
he's
první
gone
šance
for
dají
it.
gol, chápeš to?
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes
Z
past his
první
man with
střely na
such ease,
bránu.
and it's just a change of pace. And when he gets onto it, he holds off the challenge, keeps his balance, and makes good contact with the ball. That's a top-class finish.
Idioti.
So back underway and an intriguing second half in
Ježiš,
prospect.
přečtu. Moment. Huh? Ja!
Possession lost. And the attack looks promising. And he's broken free. Well,
Typek, že byl na Joe Rogan
go
podcastě
with
kvůli tomu, že byl
power,
25
but he
rokov ve
might be
vězení a že se
having
změnil
second
normálně
thoughts
týždeň,
about
ale Borva
that
po něm
now.
zabil.
Well, as you said, he's gone for power, but he's not even close in the end.
Kámo. To je ještě rychlejší fuck up reformu, než Ondra Vlček u Dušana v podcastu, jebe ti.
Marlon Ritter. Opoku. Ritter.
Retard?
Daniel Hanslik.
Daniel Hanslík? What the fuck?
Could be a chance to break here.
To není offside.
And just offside, but by a whisker, my goodness.
O fousek, jo? Doslova o obličej, kámo. To ti mrdá. I made a severe and continuous lapse in my
Oh,
judgment.
great
Ano.
vision.
To už
Excellent
nezastavíte,
ball over
kucí.
the top. Firing it towards goal.
Píčo!
Oh, a smart stop. Over it comes. Well, still an issue here. He takes aim.
Ježiš.
Tremendous block.
Je.
But it just petered out. Oh, sloppy pass.
Je. Počkej.
Oh, might be. And it's cleared away properly.
Mrdá ti. Stůj!
And eventually.
A to nebyla malá domů tohle.
Well, you can sense the relief
Mám
amongst
novou
his
hyperfixation.
teammates. What a
Hyperfixation.
first save
Černobyl.
that was.
Černobyl je mega interesting věc, ano. Co?
Read it well. Able to deal with the threat.
Je. Pojebal jsem. Zabiju ho. Netrefil jsem ho, GG, přežil.
And a tidy tackle. Well, doesn't have to do it on
Jdu
his
ale.
own. And a fine
Na levou,
shot
kámo,
to
si to
turn the
vezmu,
ball
chápeš?
away. The referee has given a corner. And they will make the change now. Can someone get on the end of this? And a struggle to get it away properly.
Jo.
That is how to keep it out of the
Počkej.
net.
Dobré, další roh. Tak repete. Potřebuju leváka. A nebo? Ale odej mi ho. Co je? To je všechno, dnešní news shit talk. OK. Zkusíme to na tu pravou, hej.
Delivering it.
Je. Trošku přes.
And the keeper's
Ale bylo to
technical
worth it.
skills there for all to see.
Well, from that close in, that's a really good save. Such good reflexes.
Appeared to be in two minds.
Huh! Huh! I
And a throw in forthcoming.
Těžký Ronaldo, no, ty vole.
They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench.
Pičo. Počkej,
Max
počkej.
Verhulst.
počkej,
Nielsen on the ball.
počkej. Offside? Nebyl offside?
Finish.
Tak.
And just narrowly wide in the end.
Well, as those stats tell us, their attacking play today has been exceptional.
Ronaldinho,
Defenders
ty.
have come
Všichni,
out at
ne?
the right
Rovnou.
time. Midfielder completely
Erling
dominated the
Haaland,
game,
počkej.
and the front player's movement has been excellent.
Co? Nielsen moc nezvládá přehrávky, ty vole. Z první teda aspoň. Ty žebráku, stůj.
Oh, beating his opponent with ease. Not quite the clearance they were
Ha!
hoping for.
Dolítal jsi. Oh shit, počkej.
What a block! And there it breaks down.
Týpek dostal těžký headshot, ne, kámo? Čum, ne? Týpek dostal KO, těžký, ale. Na solár, kámo, týpek nedýchá, ty vole. Ronaldo nebo Messi nebo Neymar? Ani jeden.
But credit to the defense.
Ani
The
jeden.
high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. Well, chance perhaps. Was
No,
going in.
neprojdeš.
Now, can they hit them on the counter? Can they use it to their advantage? Gives it a go. Well, it might still work out for them. Well, he's thumped it
Come on.
out of there without much fuss.
Ještě jednou!
Give
Pojď!
it a try. Nicely blocked. Just 10 minutes to go. Well, on the cusp of the final whistle, and the home side really prospering today. Stuart, interested to get...
Mrdáti!
The scoreline reflects the difference between the two teams.
24.
For most of the game, they've dictated the play and they've created some really good chances. I think it's been an excellent performance.
Je to v titlu, by the way. A je to vlastně i na thumbnailu.
Redondo. Aaron.
Pojď sem ty koště. Tak to má vypadat. Mohl, ale neudělal.
Now, counter-attacking possibilities here.
Ježišmarja, kámo, to je motačka. Tak nic, jsem se ho chtěl obhodit. Neobhodil. Chcanko. Stůj. OK, ty vole. 2 minuty nastavení, tak to už asi nic nevykouzlíme, že? A nebo? Tohle frajera musím nějak udělat. Nůžky? Na? Pojď to hrát za mě, vole.
Well, fairly comfortable in the end, wasn't it? Thought they
Jak
could
dlouho
drop-
máme? 17 minut. OK. To znamená, uložíme, dáme krátkou pauzu a potom se jdeme koukat na Worlds. Páč, za chvilku nám bude začínat pick fáze. Make sense, já jsem si to myslel, no. Víš že jo, ukaž se. Jasně. To je za týden až, to je za dlouho. Skurvený kopačky, kámo, zase. Zase jedem do repre, no jistě. To už máme, na to všechno zbývá moc času. Gen Alpha je crazy? Ano. Nůžky? Asi ne, že jo, když vypínáme FIFU. Tak. A kurva. No nic. Tak jo, vypínáme FIFU, dáme si 10 minutek pauzu a jdeme na Worlds, protože nás čeká semifinále T1 versus GEN.G. To znamená, bude to jeden z nejlepších zápasů, který nám letošní Worlds vůbec nabídnou. Protože nás čeká zápas nejlepšího korejského s nejlepším čínským týmem, takže to bude velmi banger. To znamená, já si tady v rychlosti přehodím title a změním thumbnail, pak vám pustím hudbu, dáme 10 minutek necelých pauzu a půjdeme se koukat. Tak. Že Tady máme studio, jasně změnit thumbnail, desktop, stream, audio, backgrounds, thumbnails, worlds. Tak. Takhle. 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 Tak. Máme uloženo? Processing? Snad jo? Actually? Změny uloženy. Tak jo, super. Takže dáme krátkou pauzu a pak jdeme na Worlds chat.
Let's go.
Znát svý místa, měli by znát svý místa, to za to nestojí. Mít lidi jak ty moc blízko. Znát svý místa, měli by znát svý místa, to za to nestojí. Mít lidi jak ty moc blízko. Dělat na svým, zbytek hoven řešit potom. Mám asi 5 životů, podle toho zní můj phone. Snažím se šířit skou, občas vypadám jak doomer. Občas si přijdu jak 42letý boomer. Nic tu není na furt, na to si zvyká můj mozek. Když jsme v tým městě na stage, skáčem jak tvoje kozy. Scéna je v komatu, bůbek si píchne glukózu. Stačí mi pustit beat a zažiješ metamorfózu. Dávám si bacha na ně, chtěli by myslet za mě. Dělám vždy sám svoje, jak to mám rád. Nestrácím čas na ně, dítě to pás pro mě. Měli by znát svoje, měli by znát. Znát svý místa, měli by znát svý místa, to za to nestojí. Mít lidi jak ty moc blízko.
Kolem mě jen trů, lidi hády nepustím k sobě blízko. Furt stejnej tým, moc dobře vím, kde je moje místo. Furt stejný friends, oni střídaj to jako dealer čísla. Furt stejnej kruh, kolem mě málo koho pustím blízko. Furt stoku hůd, Vršovice, Vinohrady, Nusle, Smíchov. Navždy doma tu, dokud neskapu navždy brámí město. Pořád honím lůd, ale není to u mě na prvním místě. More life is good, můžu srát úplně na všechny a všechno. Malejší jsem ten typ, smrda co stojí v rohu. Pozoru na jiný vlně než většina, tady přijdou mi mimo, haha, se smějou všechno. Faku ve svý bublině, totál mimo ně jinej nebudu. Ve svém světě jsem a dál tam budu a nikdy tu nebude místo pro ně. Balím další za Sahara v krku, ucítíš to na kilometr, ale nejdu na gauč, nebudu se sekat, dám volume a pádu. Dělat tracky musím, dělat něco, co dělají oni, fucking starám se o sebe a o svoje prachy a o svoji fám a o svoje lidi a o svoji prdele, jen o svoje věci a
znát svý místa, měli by znát svý místa, to za to nestojí. Mít lidi jak ty moc blízko. Znát svý místa, měli by znát svý místa, to za to nestojí. Mít lidi jak ty moc blízko.
na šiško, až pojedu zpátky, bude smrdět jako víš co. Ej, jako víš co, smrdím jako víš co. Je to jenom 10, ale smrdí jako kill. Mám v sobě čistý tričko, pojedu na šiško, až pojedu zpátky, bude smrdět jako víš co. Ej, jako víš co, smrdím jako víš co. Je to jenom 10, ale smrdí jako kill. Tvoje plák je můj homie, nechal jsem mu dýko, dal mi za to extra, buď businessník bro. Plák je můj homie, plák šlechtí bomby, prodává to hrozný, žádný semínka stonky. More zombie, si projdu katakomby, projdu dimenze, projdu město smoking OG. Nepálím žádný stres a nepálím žádný tlak, za náma se vznáší mrak, ale pičo žádný vlak, jenom celý se mnou plak, na papírky maže tam, zadrtil takovej stank, že dávno nevím what's up. Hej, dávno nemám limit, pičo, dávno nemám sliny, pičo, stanu kurva pomalu a budu koupit piky. Hej, jednou jsem za pikem cvakl, došel celý sakl, já se vznáším, kámo, nemůžu za to, že ty jsi spadl. Hej, jednou jsem za pikem cvakl a došel celý sakl, a co v tom bylo zmizlo, budu muset jít na šiško. Sobě čistý tričko, pojedu na šiško, až pojedu zpátky, bude smrdět jako víš co. Ej, jako víš co, smrdím jako víš co. Je to jenom 10, ale smrdí jako kill. Sobě čistý tričko, pojedu na šiško, až pojedu zpátky, bude smrdět jako víš co. Ej, jako víš co, smrdím.
Plus hlavně ne Kamil Klona. Prosím, jen to ne, ty vole. Za 8,5 minuty nám začíná semifinále a my se zatím podíváme na nějaké reels, které jsem si uložil, protože mám samozřejmě velmi hilarious záležitosti. Mimochodem, chat, kdo mě ještě samozřejmě nesleduje na Instagramu, tak byste to měli napravit. Najdete mě tam jakožto real_busy, OK? Tak, co tady máme, krásnýho. Ti dám takový dry reels, ty vole, se posedeš. Mrdá ti. Počkej.
Řekl bych dost omezený. Jeho IQ je minimálně jakoby tak vysoké jako počet tramvají v Ostravě, takže já bych chtěl, aby Milan táhl do píči. Z této vile. Díky moc.
Děkujem, ano. Co
Did you hear Princess Diana was on the radio the other day?
Oh, nice.
And the dashboard? And the windscreen? Too soon?
Was it too soon? Kámo, ty píčo, Ježiši Maria, ty vole. Jak jsme hráli proti tomu Manchesteru, já jsem brečel kokot. Jak chceš tohle bránit? Dostali jsme 5-0 mimochodem, jo?
Dvakrát utancoval Rineše. Další oblouček do vápna. Haaland!
To je nebránitelný, kámo. Prostě nikdo nic, Haaland.
A tohle je nebránitelné, ať už z pohledu defenzivy, nebo i zákroku brankaře. Tohle je prostě z jiného světa.
This the fuck, prostě.
Tohle prostě ani brankař nemůže očekávat, že se stane.
To čo zajebal. Jo, toto je prostě Haaland, kámo. No jo, kámo. Haaland jako Manchester City. I reálně, ty vole, tohle je banger.
Fighter, The Rock, Beyoncé, Ronaldo, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg Double G, Nicki Minaj, Titan, yeah,
I'ma let you finish.
Cancel Tanya,
Cancel
Gay
Kanye.
I am not a gay bitch.
Jesus Christ, Biden, Gordon Ramsay, Tom Cruise,
Mission accepted.
Lady Gaga,
Kde je John Cena?
Steve Irwin, Rihanna, Marilyn, Oprah, PewDiePie, John Cena, Trump, Kamala, Maudie, Pope Francis, Diddy, the
Diddy.
Lubricant,
Ty Lubricking.
Diddler. 5 Nights at Diddy's.
Five Nights at Diddy's.
Kim Jong-un. Obama. Keanu. Angela Merkel. Putin. Thunberg. Hillary. Trudeau. Jinping. LeBron James. Choose your
Úžasný.
Jmenuje se Jožin. Jožin spážin, močálem se plíží.
No nic, ty vole. Bro.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
I binged all your nano stuff. That shit is bussing, no cap.
What?
You're changing. I know. I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
Okay, Boomer.
Just be careful who you change into.
Chill. No way I'm turning into some low-key criminal. Stop sweating me, okay? My vibes are different, but I got this. Lexi stuff is so last year. Cringe.
Right.
A cokoliv, co má na sobě, vole.
Man. You and I are not so different.
What the bro is yapping about? I'm Sigma. You look hella Ohio.
Do you have brain rot or something?
This. I love you.
Yeah, you trying to skibidi riz me up. You look like Freddy Fazbear.
Harry tells me you're...
Do píči. A my se poslední a jdem na to Worlds.
Je to dobrý meč.
Amen. Tak jo, chat. Takhle. Kde moje kvalita? Optiku, no.
As far as some of the draft things they can get up to. I think though when you're talking about pressure, that was kind of Hazel and Hens who, for me, disappointed me. So I want to see more from them coming into this series because
Takhle volume OK, chat?
It was kind of like, hey, we're going back towards the Ziggs to give you comfort. Because when you look at the opposite side for T1,
Nebo to trošku upravíme ještě. Ještě víc? Víc to nejde. Možná vypnu 7-1, mohla trošku pomoct.
He's coming in with low resources, divvying out a ton of goal or damage, and as well has the most impeccable team fighting I've ever seen.
And it can keep going, the graphic, because there's just so much for Gumayushi, who maybe has
Bro,
under the
kam to mám dát už?
And as it rolls out, Kobe.
I still think that active streak connecting last year to this year TES is for fun,
tak.
kind of stat.
T1 versus GEN.G. Tohle bude řežba jak blázen. FF.
I mean, I'm sticking with Gen.G. I think that they will be able
Já souhlasím se s tím, že to bude 3-2 pro T1. To je moje predikce, chat. 3-2 pro T1.
Yeah, I also think T1 is an opponent that they're intimately familiar with, so I think they'll have some specific game plans prepared for T1 specifically. I think it's going to be really,
vypadá, že je třeba
really
40.
Close. But this time, unlike my other predictions, I'm siding towards domestic rather than international.
Jdeme na to, chat. Jdeme na to. Semifinále. The crowd goes wild already. On je Reckless na stage. Zahraje si Reckless, nebo si nezahraje Reckless?
off the bat, right?
No to je buff jako kot, ty blázne.
It's awesome to see. You can hear it behind us that things are absolutely
Je vzadu.
heating up rather. And we got to sleep an hour extra if you were in Paris last night. And the symbolism, it was not lost on me.
Let's go, chat. Je to tady. Největší hra Worlds so far za mě. Tohle bude banger. Tohle bude banger.
But he has to go through Faker, who has weathered every single storm. Who will make it to the grand finals in London?
T1 jdou do finále. To ti říkám já. Jdeme na to, chat. Je to tady. Tohle bude náser. Co pak si to pro nás produkce připravila hezkého?
J'ai vu un ange dans le marbre. Et j'ai seulement ciselé jusqu'à l'en libérer. Et tout comme il le dit, nous sommes nombreux aujourd'hui à travailler sur le marbre.
Dobrý, dej mi už fakera, kámo. Ať se můžu udělat. There he is! There he is, chat! GOAT!
En 2019, Chovy affronte Faker en BO5 pour la toute première fois.
페이커 선수에 대한 첫인상은 일단 기본기도 되게 좋았는데 계속 끊임없이 심리전을 거는 게 인상적이었어요.
Mais ne parvient pas à le vaincre.
계속 뭐가 문제였을까 생각하게 되더라고요. 내가 못해서 졌다기보단 상대가 잘하는 게 많았고 그래서 이기려면 그 잘하는 상대보다 더 잘해야 한다고 생각을 했던 것 같아요.
Simply, I have to simply be better than the GOAT of the game.
최고가 될 자격이 주어진다고 생각을 합니다.
초비 선수가 굉장히 뛰어난 선수이기 때문에 같이 맞붙는 게 굉장히 저에게 있어서 재밌고 스스로도 많이 배우고 성장할 수 있는 것 같습니다.
En 2022, Chovy a enfin pris le dessus.
To be the best means for others to try overcome you. Ano, ano. To overcome Faker.
말도 안 돼라고 하고 우승을 했던 걸로 기억하는데 그만큼 마음의 짐이 많이 덜어진 것 같아요.
GEN.G continua de gagner à domicile. Ils étaient imparables.
처음 우승했을 때 그때 당시 목표가 리그 우승을 해보는 거였는데 데뷔 첫 시즌 만에 이룰 수 있게 돼서 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
2022.
Hold up, GEN.G jsou taky korejský tým vlastně, že jo?
GEN.G a battu T1 encore et encore quand cela comptait le plus.
이제 첫 우승을 이제 T1 상대로 우승을 해가지고 감정이 북받쳤던 것 같습니다.
결승에서 많이 진 후에는 저희가 많이 부족한가라는 생각도 들게 되었던 것 같고 실망도 많이 했었던 것 같습니다.
Not today.
여기는 LCK가 아니고 월즈이고
Let's go.
월즈는 T1에게 적합한 무대라고 생각합니다.
True.
챔피언으로 참가했고 챔피언으로 떠날 계획입니다.
Ano!
À ce jour, 53 victoires pour Faker.
Faker je prostě insane, kámo.
Un sentiment d'inachevé persiste au fond de son cœur. Le rêve d'être champion du monde.
Let's do this, chat. by the way, něco mi říká, že opening ceremony finále tohohle ročníku bude kurva wild. Musí to být nejlepší opening ceremony, který kdy Riot zatím předvedl. Musí.
페이커 선수 새로운 미래를 열겠습니다.
조기 선수 미래를 원한다면 증명하세요.
Ten byl na pěnce. Ano, ano. Je prostě T1 versus GEN.G.
저희가 새로운 세대입니다.
과거, 현재, 그리고 미래입니다.
Let's go, chat! Semifinále Worlds. Jdeme na to. Actually to trochu zesílím ještě, zvládneme to.
Bonjour Paris! Bienvenue à la Midas Arena pour la dernière
Takhle dobré.
finale de 2024 des mondiaux de League of Legends! Aujourd'hui, au bout du chemin, une place à Londres, aux côtés de Billy Billy, à se présenter devant vous, les deux derniers représentants de la Corée. D'un côté, champion du MSI, en quête du titre ultime, et de l'autre, 4 fois champion du monde, défendant leur couronne. Alors, mesdames et messieurs, pour vos deux équipes, GEN.G et T1! Sur la top lane, Green, en face de lui,
Tohle bude wildin. Hrozně wildin. Asi to trochu stáhnu, že? Nebo dobré, takhle?
dans la jungle, Canyon et son adversaire,
Dobrý? OK. Pojďme dát pořádnej bordel pro Fakera.
au poste d'Amekari, fait, et face à lui, Umayushi.
Guma! Hell yes, Guma! Guma je kurva alfa mezi keríčkama. Úplná alfa. Čím mě koukám, že mi to vytahuje ten mikrofon úplně do hoven, že?
Au poste de support, Léa
Supportí,
et
jistě.
son adversaire,
Midlaneři nakonec, samozřejmě, protože kurva Faker. Build it up for Faker. Goat, chat. Watch this goat. Bro je hlavně insanely well played. To je fakt insane ten týpek. Píčo! Tak jakoby support arény jde jasně pro T1. To bylo jasně slyšet. Let's go.
Semifinals. I'm Atlas. As usual, I'm joined by Chronicler, but we're also getting to welcome our friend Andrew Vedius Day to the LCK, which is absolutely fantastic. We're still at Worlds, aren't we? We're still at Worlds. We've, of course, got a little bit of experience with this particular matchup, but there are a lot of very critical changes moving into this best of 5.
I mean, it's Worlds.
It's Worlds.
that really summarizes it.
That's like 98% of the changes, yeah.
I was like, wait, there were changes you didn't tell me about? Yeah, throwing us up there, Atlas.
Yeah. It was such an emotional teaser, right?
Oh, God,
we were all getting choked up watching the. I mean, there's so much on the line. Under the banner of Gen.G, this is a barrier that this organization hasn't been able to cross, and now they face across T1, the reigning world champions. I mean, what an accomplishment it would be to beat them on what feels like T1's home ground here at Worlds.
And I feel like this weird combination of relieved today, but also nervous, because no matter what happens in this matchup, we're going to have an incredible finals. I think the stories are just writing themselves for either team here. The main thing is, can we get a banger best of 5? And I think most signs are pointing to yes. We're going to jump into the draft here to start this one off. And already, things are going pretty similarly to what we were expecting, except for maybe the middle first band to come through here from T1 to deny that from Canyon.
No surprise that T1 taking away the lessons here, and the real question is what happens to Yone? T1 is, I think, expecting Gen.G to ban it here. The Smolder was their #1 answer that we saw them pull out. And generally, outside of that, under no circumstances have teams be allowed to get that Yone.
And the Ashe is the other thing that's such an incredibly high priority. With that Ballista ban, it is important, but I think the trade of Yone and Ashe is going to be how we start this best of 5. And Zeus is going to say, well, I might play it, but it's probably my buddy in the mid lane.
That's the beauty of this pick for T1. It is
T1 first pick, Yone pro Zeuse. To je
Skana looking to be the priority for Canyon. We'll see if they look to pair that alongside the Ashe, which you already mentioned, Atlas. The Rumble is something else to take into consideration. Yone plus Rumble is such a terrifying combo, and there are so many junglers that can help facilitate it as well. Sejuani is one that potentially comes to mind to really enable that mid lane matchup. Is the Skana locked in for Canyon.
And Canyon, obviously, we don't love to see him on carries, but Skarner, definitely the strongest jungler currently on the patch. With the exception of that Nelly that was banned away early on. Now, Gen.G
ale jestliže ho T1 nebanovali, tak na to musí mít připravenou nějakou odpověď. Přemýšlím, co by to mohlo být.
What is their answer going to be? I was actually expecting the Ashe to get picked up here early on because it has been such an insane play pick.
Je to Eška,
doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so T1 getting Yone and Ashe right here.
Ashe Renata,
okay. I'm actually very surprised because T1 had Sejuani Rumble just straight up and available for them. That top side has been so incredibly strong and it fits their playstyle so incredibly well. But what this does is it hides where that Yone is going. It opens up the board and gives this bottom lane a whole lot of power.
Is it the Blitzcrank to come out here? So. Because if they don't pick it here, I do think it's going to get taken away. Is Chovy
okay.
They're going for a bruiser topside on the side of Gen.G. looking to get down and dirty and look to try and scrap against T1.
Čím by mohl odpovědět
Faker
do Silase? Gen.G by tady měli banovat Ahry, protože jestliže se Ahry dostane do rukou Fakera, tak je to uvařený.
Gen.G, what are they going to ban away the Sejuani? We already talked extensively about it as an option. That's going to be the first one removed. Do they want to consider AP
Blitzcrank ban, jasný.
Also discussing that.
Sebe ještě mohl banovat.
Very well known.
Keríčko? Ne, Keríčko už mají pryč. Ještě jednoho supporta.
Now you kind of move in uncharted territory. Do you also consider Rakan something worth taking away?
Yeah, I think
Rakan by byl dobrý ban.
Do they just ban the Rumble because it's still very, very strong, opens the doors for a lot more 80 heavy compositions as well.
Určitě ne.
Certainly a lot of things on Gen.G's mind is what they could be taking away here.
The benefit here for Gen.G is that they will know where this Yone is going before they lock in their final pick. So we'll see, gives them a little bit more leeway. I imagine Pace is going to be picking up an AD carry here on R4. As the Rumble does get taken away, Gen.G also still saying we don't know where this Yone is going. We haven't seen it for Zeus in the top lane in a while, but given his history, it would be no surprise. Diazreal going to get taken away. Extremely self-sufficient pick. That is very hard to punish, and I think the range, so you don't have to interact too much with that Ashe lane, quite big as well. What is Pace going to lock in here to go with this Bruiser style? Because it's really hard to find something that can play into the Ashe Renata, and it might be a lane swap on the cards.
Well, I was going to say my instincts are something along the lines of Kai'Sa, but Pace no stranger to the Ziggs. It looks like that's going to be the direction, the safe wave clear, and I mean, you look at this top side from Gen.G, wave clear is definitely something that they're lacking, but I feel like Ziggs can be very self-sufficient, especially once they engage support, and
vlastně jediný AD, který mají, tak mají v Renektonovi.
Belvet!
Go for Belvet! Pěkný Belvet! Pěkný Belvet! Ale bude to vaj.
It is owner, we're at Worlds, and his buy is going to be the option.
Gragas.
Also kind of keeps things up in the air.
Takže to je Faker, Yone a Gragas jde na top lane.
Just in general, so it's not likely to go to Faker, but he's played it a few times.
Yeah, there was that random
Co bude ten support?
where everyone in the LCK was pranked into thinking Gragas mid was good because Faker
was
played
just
it once.
winning on it.
It wasn't. It was all
Nebo to je Faker
side
Gragas?
This used to be a really good matchup for specifically
nepříjemný.
tank Gragas with Grass. Back when his sustain was a lot better, you could just
Silasta má
completely
dobrý
stonewall
ultiny,
the
který si může
Renekton. He
krást.
never really was able to get shoved.
Je to Yone Faker, okay.
It's going to be the full AP variety, so maybe a little bit more carry or shutdown potential early on here for Gen.G, but they are really heavy on the AP, and that's something that I do think we have seen be a problem for them before.
I mean, that's certainly true.
Mají hodně AP, no. Prakticky žádný AD.
Very rarely builds things
Mimo toho Renektona
he's
teda.
very locked in his typical itemization build, along with the Gragas as well, who you kind of expect to go more towards that AP direction. I feel like that they should be
Upřímně se mi tady víc líbí T1 draft, ale bál bych se toho Skarnera.
Topside in Renekton, Skarner, Sylas, you're going to be looking
To je
to
hrozný
fight around
utility
Herald, fight
jungler.
for those early dragons. You want to draw T1 into those early skirmishes before they have
Jako
that
Eely jsou T1 píči, to je jasný, ale to oni moc dobře vědí.
To kind of force T1 into their game.
Now that we also know for a fact that this Yone is going to Faker. Faker, not one of our top tier Yones, right? Zeka, BDD, Chogi.
Let's go, chat.
So this is a big test for him as well. Being able to
První
perform on this pick
hra,
would
první
really
mapa.
throw a wrench into, I think, the drafting plans for Gen.G. You would take a big gamble here with this game 1 draft.
And Faker has found success and had some iffy moments on that Yone just in general. We saw Xiaohu not really pass that test yesterday. We'll see whether Faker, our other veteran mid laner, as far as our semi-finals matchups are concerned, is going to be able to handle it. I don't think the GOAT's going to struggle too much. I think it's about how both of these drafts are going to function when we actually get into some of these brawls. But ladies and gentlemen, it is almost the moment that you've been waiting for. Game number 1 in our second semi-final of Worlds 2024 to decide who is going to be meeting BLG in the final.
What the fuck?
Oh man, already just a little bit of a defensive start. Not going to have those insane level 1s like we did in Game 2 yesterday.
The atmosphere is absolutely electric, and I think back to that spring final, the epic 5-game series that we
Where
had.
did those 5 games come? I'm still actually confused about where they came from. It shouldn't have happened
I don't
that way.
think we ever figured it out.
It's a shame that we were robbed in
něco, co
summer
bychom
of them
nečekali v
being in the
runách.
playoffs, and I'm hopeful, well, we've got them here at Worlds. We get to see this
Všude máme
opportunity.
víceméně to, co bychom
T1
čekali.
now, setting up for an invade, looking
Až
to
teda
potentially
ten
set up
grasp
this
u
one.
Fakera.
Alright,
I
so I was
když
saying
actually
that
ten
there might
dává
not be a
smysl.
swap, but it is immediately spotted. Canyon's just going to move over to his blue side quadrant, so should be okay. Kane also going to be rotating immediately, getting the idea that there is going to be a potential lane swap in the air. Does make a fair bit of sense, but leaving a Ziggs in a bottom lane by himself is a recipe for plates.
Well, that's the big thing. Ziggs is a champion that even in top lane, because of his passive, you actually do a decent amount even for all the resistances. And if you are in a bot lane, it's going to be even more pronounced. T1 though, looking at the setups here, Zeus actually did go for grasp, same for the mid laners, but shouldn't come as a surprise there. There's been a lot of grasp mids throughout the tournament, even seeing it on ranged champions like Smolus, and it looks like Gen.G is going to go for the variety where you do have Lahens just laning together with Chovy or Canyon, starting on the bot side, and looks like just the usual jungle split. Neither jungler able to steal away a camp.
Yep, just some vertical jungling to start things off here as Kane's just doing his best to zone Zeus away from minions. Of course, Gragas in a lane swap is pretty good at it. Teleport from Kane to get him towards that top side of the map. 3 versus 1 could be a little bit dangerous. Having hit level 2, I think he should be alright.
It's actually really nice timing. As he arrives, the minion dies and he immediately dinks too. So he got enough experience in bot to not be at quite a high risk of a dive. Even with that early attention being paid towards the mid lane, we do see
pokud si to Faker ohlídá, měl by to vyhrát.
dive setup here. Zeus is still fairly full health.
Alright, let's see whether they can actually make this one work. You can see the barrel has been charged. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage at this point. Level 2 for Zeus does have that body slam. Going to use it immediately onto Canyon. Already down to 50% as Lahens is trying to take that turret for as long as possible. One more's going to do it, but Baze almost just straight up dead. Canyon, 2 turret shots, has the flash.
Kámo, co se děje?
Not today, boys. Lahens looking for another.
Whoa!
Lahens able to walk out.
Come on.
But he's still going to have to flash as Faker comes down to make sure his top laner stays alive.
A colossal blunder on
To
the
jsou 3 flashe
execution of
out.
the dive. Lahens
Holy
can't
fuck.
connect the E. The tower aggro is mismanaged, and Gen.G are forced to retreat on their first play of the series.
Tak tam hrozně ztratili
And
Gen.G.
Gen.G, I think, should count themselves lucky. That could have gone way worse.
Oh, yeah.
Canyon unintendedly getting the aggro, that was the big thing. I think it might have been Red Buff. He clearly wasn't expecting it. They were looking for the redive, and that moment, bot time for Faker to TP towards the bottom lane. Only good thing for Gen.G is that did give Chovy a little bit of time while he still has the teleport available. But T1 going to be feeling great about that, trading just that flash on Zeus and a TP for multiple summoners from Gen.G.
There were so many instances there where it was very awkward for Zeus. He was 1 minion off leveling up, but the cannon minion had aggro. Hang on a minute of play.
Yeah, Lahens Hex flashing in. Not going to find that.
Oh, nice.
Good handshake from Carrier, and Kane taking so much damage. Lahens got to hit those if Gen.G is going to find some tempo back in this game.
Wow. Gumayushi's Ash so prevalent, and even causes the screen to freeze.
Yeah.
Lahens 3 for 3 on misses when it comes to the Zenith Blade now. He needs to be able to connect those if he wants to set up plays for his team, but I question a couple nerves feels like coming through here from the side of Gen.G early on.
Lahens, known as a joker, but has had some moments, him and Paze, I think, have throughout the course of this roster often been the most criticized. Has had incredible performances. Think back to that first series against Humble Life in summer playoffs, but then also often cited as the reason why they struggled so much in the actual finals. I do want to note the fact that Gen.G has triple teleport bailed them out a little bit because they were able to still catch that top wave, even with Keen being bullied out of that lane. Chovy could TP top, and Keen has now made his way to mid lane.
That's very cute. Canyon being able to dodge the Hawk shot there as Chovy rotating back down, spotted on this control ward as Carrier, taking some chain lash damage. Chovy should be able to get out of here just fine, no worries. Should be able to dodge some moves. And Faker, with his Unbound Soul, just going to be able to try and push this wave in. Of course, the luxury of being able to teleport to the top lane is purely because Faker had to use his to get down towards the bottom side. Good handshake going to come in here. Could this be first blood against Chovy? That would be such devastating news for Gen.G. T1 already with a lot of control, 600 gold in the lead, and Faker is really having a good time in this lane despite having to vacate early.
I mean, this matchup is quite favored for the Yone
Drake up,
just
ale
because
vypadá
of
to, že zrovna Cloud nikoho netankuje.
restrained Silas is a champion around cooldowns. He
Faker
just
už má
doesn't have them
6.
in the early game to effectively trade against a champion like Yone who can
Yone
just keep
ult je
spamming that Q. The CS advantage, you rightly said, though, coming from the fact that that early TP came through. And Chovy, he's going to be forced back to base very soon. He doesn't want to miss this wave. They're level 6. Faker threatening the potential ult there to try and zone Chovy away from that farm, but he will be able to get the can.
Zeus máš ultinu.
Level 6 gained as well.
Yeah, and with Keen being pulled around the map, we see that he's actually, even with the fact that he was able to catch that middle wave, he has had to really pay. Whereas Zeus, because he absorbed that early dive, has just been able to catch multiple waves. I think T1 as a team always look their best when they get to play this aggressive. The lanes are pushing, and they are the ones dictating. As we see the grubs now being started up as well. Would be a really big move, particularly for Faker, wants to use that pressure in the side lane. Going to be a Drake for Grub's trade. I do think an early Drake for Gen.G is great because obviously looking at the composition, the Renekton is going to lose a lot of value as the game goes on, but Silas and Ziggs most certainly will not.
Zeus?
Yep.
Oh,
Cask. Very close to being able to steal that one away. I do like an opportunistic barrel being thrown in as now potential dive towards the top side of the map. Lehens with that Eclipse is trying to tank things up. Doesn't really do a whole lot of work. That is another miss on the Zenith Blade, but also, like you say, minions are all going to die, so they should be okay at least for another.
Nemůžu skrimovat takhle brzo.
Eyes on a potential cross map as both
Potřebuju aspoň
mid
pár
lanes make their way up towards top. Nice follow there from Chovy. Losing a little bit in terms of experience,
Nic,
but
co bych
ready
nečekal,
for
I
the
guess.
potential play happening on the top side of the map. Reset now come through for Faker, securing his first
nic,
2
co bych
items of the
nečekal v
game.
těch
And
runách.
we're in a very timid early game. Crucially, though, we talked about those first item spikes for Gen.G. Their biggest strength in the early game is the fact that they have Silas, Skarner, Renekton on the top side that I think want to try and leverage this skirmishing power in the early game.
Začne to být za chvilku divoký. Kolem 10. minuty čekám nějaký první velký fight.
Get yourself the second, and then you'll be ready to force a fight around the third, maybe even look to contest the next grub.
Yeah, and I think that I kind of want to draw out a little bit and have a conversation about what these compositions are trying to do as another Hawkshot is going to spot Canyon here this time around. Because I'm looking at Gen.G and I'm thinking, there is a lot of magic damage here, but also it's solo AD Renekton. So if you're not building armor, then maybe the Crocodile just eats you. Which could become a problem if Keen gets accelerated. And I think that is what's so incredibly important about what you say, playing through that top side, getting those skirmishes. Because right now, I mean, we haven't had a first blood just yet.
Fucking T1 jsou ahead,
I think
všichni.
Gen.G probably hoping that some of that starts a little bit sooner rather than later in their favor.
Gen.G have often taken this role in games against T1. It's also something that's important to note. And it's not until we really start to see turrets falling or more impactful objectives go over, right? We're talking about Soul Point, we're talking about 6 grubs, possible Herald, and the 6 grubs I think is attainable for T1. That alone is not going to be enough. There's a possible trap being set up here. Owner has that ultimate available, but instead, even if you don't actually get anything out of the play, like you're crashing this wave, you're getting the plates, and you're still putting Gen.G further behind.
The key difference I think we're seeing in terms of impact in this early game is Carrier. Carrier is really making his presence felt in the mid lane, and remember, Chovy had a CS advantage because of Faker's TP towards the bot side of the map. So Carrier has spent like at least 2 to maybe even 3 minutes of this game just hovering around mid, making it awkward for Chovy to base at the right time, keeping him to stay for that extra minion wave, helping Faker chip away at his HP. And you look at that CS, look at that gold, slowly shifting back in Faker's way. You can see 3 plates secured in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Lehens has just been shadowing his AD carry, shadowing Pays, just making sure that, yes, he can get that experience, but he's even behind Carrier when it comes to XP. So with the grub spawning in a minute's time, desperately he needs to get that level 6 to have that ultimate available. And I wonder if Gen.G is actually eager to try and force a fight as the grub's now spawning soon.
It's the opportunity cost for the 2 plays that they tried to go for. The dive was a failure, and then the top side play we tried to set up for Keen, trying to punish this pushing power of the Ashe and Renata, also not really working out, and that not only set Lehens behind, but also started Keen being in a bit of a tough position when it comes to catching these waves. And I do agree, I think Gen.G, if they are denied a good fight, things are going to be very tough. Gen.G has, again, I think been in this position before, but I do really want to highlight, we say that often, but if you look at their gold stats in the LCK, they weren't getting a lot of kills, but the amount of gold they generated early was actually insane. Like, they were sitting on, I think it was on average like a 1.5k gold lead, and obviously there was a meta that was technical perfection for them. But it isn't like they were getting into fights without anything to grasp onto. In this game, feels like that might be the case. If the grubs are going to get started up, you see Gen.G is looking to contest. Level 6 has been hit on Lahens.
Yeah,
is that enough? 4 grubs are definitely going to go the way of T1 here.
Yeah, it's at least 4, but I think it's
the vision.
Almost guaranteed to be 6. So 5 are going to be going down here at least. Here for T1, no vision up and available at all as Pays can throw a Mega Inferno Bomb if he would like to, but looks like T1 are just going to cut their losses. 5 grubs is pretty good. Canyon going to be able to grab this 6, potentially. Owner a little bit far away as now could just be a team fight in. Pays doesn't actually get over the wall with that satchel. Could be an important start to this fight as Chovy's teleported in. That's going to be the grub going down, but can they win the fight? The kill comes in.
Oh no!
So good. Still, it's going to be Chovy picking up first blood against Owner, and T1 just not enough damage.
T1, they could have just taken the 5 grubs and left it on that, especially with the teleport coming in from Chovy, but instead they look for the 5v5 and Gen.G punch back.
Yeah, I'm surprised that T1 chose to take that because the thing we've been talking about, right? Renekton in this early game is he's just so strong. Ultimate alone is enough to be so durable, a lot of damage. And you can see how the engage was a little disconnected here from T1. It's going to be Owner diving onto the back line, attempting to steal the grub. Chovy on the side, and look at Pays' positioning. Perfectly safe, nice angle. The Ash arrow gets stolen. Gumayusi really can't do much. While the barrel looks good, the front line dissipates. And T1 is immediately forced to disengage.
Yeah, it was a dominist Renekton, and he was kind of okay with just slicing and dicing his way around. So even though it looked amazing, it didn't quite work out there. So T1, they lose first blood, but they still have a lot of tempo around this map. Unless Chovy has something to say about it after he does crash this wave towards the top side. 5 grubs, certainly going to be valuable as the game goes on, though, and T1 are looking to also even out the dragon count.
And the kill going to Chovy is a big deal. This Silas, we've seen how hard this champion can snowball when he does get a lead. He's able to very consistently force plays with his catch potential. And it's also something that the Chovy that we saw domestically, I think we've only seen in one game this Worlds, and it was that Game 5 Smolder game. Because his laning stats haven't really been comparable to what we have seen domestically. Turrets.
Well, it's going to be 5 grubs, so T1 do have a fair bit, but Gen.G, I think they're going to be able to cut this one down. Gumayusi also in trouble there as the Solar Flare does get cleansed. Gumayusi going to be able to make his way out. I believe that was Gen.G taking it first.
Yeah.
And so despite the grubs, they're still able to get there with the slight lead they had as far as the turret health. So a bit of extra gold going over to Gen.G, and that's going to very close to even things out here between the two squads.
I mean, what we couldn't really ask for.
Na goldy máme skoro vyrovnáno, už je tam jenom 3 kills.
Maybe a few more kills, still just as easy.
They're coming. Remember, it's game 1 of a best of 5. You don't wave the entree. You know, we're just starting off.
I'm sorry, just a little bit of patience.
Atlas is not a patient man.
I know.
I just want to
I agree with you,
the
Benny.
main course is on its way. I think what was smart there from Gen.G is, I mean, they had to reset after the grubs. The problem is the dragon was spawning relatively soon, so T1 already back out onto the map in a position to secure that. Gen.G leveraged the fact that they had that time advantage to secure that first tower. So ultimately an even trade. The only problem for Gen.G is T1 can kind of sack the next dragon if they want to without much of a problem, and they can continue to scale up. Blade of the Ruin King is very close to being completed for Faker, and that is such a massive item spike for T1 that they're definitely going to be waiting to try and secure.
Now Zayas pushing another wave towards this top lane and does have quite a few friends around. Looks like Gen.G did have a bit of information as to who was coming. So Canyon going to be rotating up. Pays also there, Mega Inferno Bomb in hand. The siege could be a little bit dangerous. Good handshake for the disengage as Canyon looking for an opportunity. Might be able to get in there, throwing some rocks around as you can see.
Retreat, minions!
Any stuns or anything like that just yet. T1 are just going to be allowed to back away.
Crucially, look at Faker going back to base. He should have enough money for Blade of the Ruin King. This means that T1 are saying, we don't want to fight yet. It's not worth it. They're not going to overstay their welcome. The TP
as well.
The question is this TP going to be up in time to contest? The pings are coming down from T1. They have the Ash Arrow available to try and stall. T1 are saying they do want to fight this.
Looks like they're going for a great vision here with this ward, as you can see. So Owner completely on vision right now as Chovy with the Fate sealed, now stolen away or hijacked here. As that's the Solar Flare. It's going to connect.
Ten Skarner do píči.
He was there for a second, but now he is just gone. So the Herald goes to Gen.G. They'll take a kill as well. And now Chovy looking for more as Faker just going to pop back to his Soul's S. He's going to body slam his way out. And Gen.G, they really are taking these skirmishes.
Gen.G's target selection in these skirmishes has been so clean. Every single time one member is getting blown up in a barrage of CC as Lahens is driving. Always scary, but this time it works out for the mid lane turret. Gonna get taken low. T1 is able to defend.
Yeah, ever since Lahens got his license earlier in this tournament, he has definitely been driving a whole lot better than he was throughout the rest of this year.
We've seen some
LCK fan,
things.
you know, exactly. Very proud of him, though.
What we saw there as well for Gen.G,
Yeah,
and it's again, I think T1. This one a little bit more understandable, but when Gen.G have the setup, this comp is so hard to engage on. There's so much disengage, and the Skarner in particular, I think, has really been a big problem for many teams. And even with Paze, I think his flash was forced in one of the earlier plays we saw. Didn't actually happen on screen. I think maybe when they were looking for the catch on Guma, but he was positioning so safely. There was no way to get on top of the Ziggs.
Now it's just Canyon and Chovy up here towards the top side of the map. 4 members of T1 in the area looking to try and push down this turret. They really want to take their second to even out the map state as far as these structures, and a teleport to come in from Paze just to make sure that they don't lose it.
See, Gen.G are playing with their advantage very strategically because T1, like, the problem with the Herald was the timing. TP wasn't quite up for Faker. He needed to get that base off, yet they still wanted to try and contest rather than go for a cross map because the bot tower had already fallen. So rather than play for something like mid, they got over ambitious and they weren't able to make it work. Then what they did was they kept the pressure up in mid. So Gen.G could secure that mid tower. They kept Paze there. He had the TP available. He then goes back to base and then TP's top. So while this Renekton is free hitting onto the bot tower, uncontested to secure that tower, they had the Ziggs TP top to then catch the wave and prevent the siege. So T1 is just losing on the map while Gen.G is continuing to gain advantages.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people have trouble liking Ziggs compositions. And I understand it's not exactly the most interactive when it comes to early game skirmishes and things like that, but what it does to a team that is very good at playing around tempo and macro that they are already good at is it's just basically a cheat code.
Well, it's as you were saying, Vadi, because even if you do try to play for mid-turret, Paze can just ult the wave.
Right, yeah.
And Gen.G has so many of these Ziggs compositions, and it plays really well into their style, which is always trying to outtrade you. And now, what was a 1.5k gold deficit 5 minutes ago, T1's going to get this topside turret, so they're going to equalize it a little bit, but is still 1.5k gold for Gen.G and a second dragon on the way as well.
And look at the map setup as well. Like, Gen.G conceding that top side to get full vision coverage around this bot side of the map, pushing Zeus deep towards his tier 2 tower, making this very difficult for T1 to contest.
There it is.
And the Ziggs ultimate to slow down the siege.
It's Kirby comes on over, he's going to be able to clear it out as well.
It's annoying. If you're T1, it's so annoying because
that's stupid Yordle.
You're trying to cross map the best that you can, and it constantly gets interrupted.
Well, Canyon looking for an opportunity here, but Zeus just going to be able to take the red buff just fine. And so there is a win for T1, but they're going to have to do something to try and grab some control back in this game because earlier on, T1 were in the laning phase able to get a lot of decent advantages. Yes, it wasn't translating into kills, but they were able to get some extra money. Of course, Gumayushi was very far ahead, still has, I guess, a couple of minions in the lead, but he was 20 CS up earlier on. That has been evened out. And yeah, this game state is all going to come down to, I think, just where team fights will finally erupt when these teams stop just trading objectives everywhere, as Arrow is looking to connect Handshake straight into it here. And I don't think this Leona is going to last very long. That is going to be T1's first kill. They're holding on to it as best they can. Faker delivered that one. Gumayushi says, you can have it, mate. Let's allow you to scale into this mid-game.
I think that's crucial as well because Chovy has that slight advantage over Faker in terms of itemization. So funneling a bit of gold over towards Faker makes him stronger in the side lane, gets him closer to that stride breaker completion. Baron spawning him at 45. I don't think that's going to be a major point of contention this early on, but it adds that extra sense of pressure. We know T1's Barons are famous for both positive and negative reasons.
There's been a fluctuation throughout the years, yeah.
But I think at this World Championship, their Barons have been very good overall. And I think it's something that Gen.G will have to keep track of, especially after their experience against Flying.
Well, Canyon, he's dashing on over. Faker, able to dash back whenever he would like to.
Oh no! Faker muse.
Faker, and he is likely to die. The bailout not going to work in Chovy. Yeah, he stopwatches, but now he's looking for even more. Zeus not going to get stunned up here as Kane didn't have that off cooldown just yet. And Chovy is still smelling blood in the air. Carrier able to walk his way up, but it's another skirmish win for Gen.G.
What is Gen.G going to do with this? Faker does have TP available. It is very early, and I do agree. I don't think they can actually do this. Their damage to Baron, not nearly to what T1 would have, but it's a win when it comes to the immediate play. That's still TP invested, though, and much like the kill on Lahens, it's nice. But if they get like 2 more kills, you can probably look towards more. Instead, it's going to be TP for a kill. Gold going over to Canyon, who finally, I was going to mention, is gets his first Heartsteel stacks.
There you
20
go.
minutes into the game.
I
You'll
will
love to see it.
I will say that I feel that Gen.G started off this game nervous. I felt like that there were some, like the sense of pressure, the atmosphere, the arena. While it is excited for the matchup in and of itself, there's definitely more T1 fans here than Gen.G. And we saw some of that in the execution. But now the game's slowed down a little bit. They were able to kind of play out the map. You can see the difference in confidence level, and the TP execution was the typical Gen.G that we're used to seeing. Really nice collapse from them. They did lose the mid tower, but ultimately Gen.G playing with a lot of control and confidence on the map. Their side lane setups are nice. Their vision control is good. And now again, around the Baron, they're suffocating it. The good news for T1 is that, as you already said, Chronicle, they don't have a fast Baron. So T1, even if this Baron does start, we'll have plenty of time to react, even if there's not that much vision, thanks to the Ashy as well.
I think it's actually so interesting talking about lopsided crowds in this matchup especially, because Gen.G are exceptionally used to it. And not just Gen.G. You look at all of these players just in general. Keen, has he ever had a matchup where he's favored over the last 7 years?
That's fair.
I don't quite remember when. He won his first LCK title only very, very recently. Chovy going to be fighting against Faker here, but I don't think there's going to be any big result, although good trade there for Faker. Chovy and Lehens got smashed by T1 in their very first final that they made it to. So they're used to it over quite a few years. And Canyon was the first one to figure out how to actually do it, you know, and then became a world champion. So getting over that hurdle has been very important for all of these players.
Yeah, T1 always has the crowd advantage. It feels like
T1 by mohli, jestli vyhrajou nějaký fight, kde se jim podaří zabít buď to aspoň 2 lidi, nebo minimálně Kaniona, aby měli smite advantage.
You do have the ability to contest for vision just because
Ale
you have
potřebují vyhrát skirmish.
Face checking is actually really hard, and many of the plays that we've seen thus far have just been Gen.G finding whoever is closest and blowing them up with the CC as this rivalry goes a while back.
It certainly does.
It's the dawn of League of Legends, as we know it.
Because you got to remember that Gen.G, even acquiring all of the accomplishments of the former Samsung roster, right? Like, this goes way back.
Yeah, and
back
there were
multiple
sister
teams.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There were multiple SKTs in the league, multiple Samsung Galaxies in the league as well. Although not necessarily Samsung Galaxy, because it was white back then as well.
Atlas.
But I think we understand the reference. I just wanted to make sure I understood the semantics in case someone gets mad at me.
And ultimately what we're building up to, and the reason why we're focusing on all these things is because that main course dish is arriving soon. The fourth dragon of the game is going to be starting off. I ordered a banger team fight.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for it to be delivered.
What about a T1
the
Baron
T1
instead?
Baron, like, so smart. They see that the dragon is being started off. The Ziggs ultimate is always there. They know this is started. Let's see how Gen.G handle this cross-map pressure.
Yep, it's Chovy that's going to make his way over there first. Spotted by a T1 ward, as we can see. And there's the Mega Inferno Bomb just to guarantee that they know exactly what's going on.
So comes
in, and yeah, there is no smite anywhere near this pit. Chovy
T1 Baron.
Actually stop something from happening.
Let's go.
Let's
go, Faker! Insane ulti.
He's out of there immediately. Keen's able to try and chop them up. And there goes Ona, but they'll trade that any day of the week. They have the Baron buff as carrier, able to get the handshake beautifully. His position is amazing.
God. Oh no!
Trouble says he's going to pick it up with a body slam and pace. It's slowed down.
Oh yes!
They're being separated.
Mrdáti! Nice! Výborně T1. T1 jsou back ve hře. T1 jsou zpátky. Výborná práce.
They forced Gen.G into this very difficult situation that they just couldn't answer.
As we look here, Chovy, I imagine his job is to stall for the rest of his team to arrive, but he steps too far forward.
Ta Skarner ulti tam vypadala hodně strašidelně. A T1 to prostě uhráli. Tady tam Zeuse dole.
Gen.G doesn't actually have any damage. Like, Keen is trying, Kenyon's trying, but it's a Skarner and a Renekton that's getting kited away.
The resources are divided on two fronts with Zeus, putting that pressure on the mid lane. Meanwhile, Ashe is such an annoying champion for Renekton to deal with.
And the crowd goes wild.
And you're starting to see them come to fruition. The first major lead of the game, while it's not represented in the gold, goes to T1.
The soul point did go to Gen.G, and that's something that they are going to try and hold on to. What can T1 get with this Baron? Bot side push is going to come through, but do remember, as long as Pace is in the lane, the wave clear is still going to be very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, especially when there's side lanes that are sort of pushing naturally towards Gen.G. He can tidy those up pretty comfortably. Right now, Gen.G doing a decent job being able to remove these minions. 5 Grubs and Baron, though. It's going to be very, very difficult to stop T1 from taking these tier 2 turrets.
Mid lane
is going to be their option. Is now Chovy up here towards the top side of the map, fighting off against Faker, who's happy to go underneath this turret. It's so much damage.
God damn.
Well, so coming on through, and so Chovy is going to be okay, but this does not bode well. Party cast? No,
Minions.
This is why I was a little surprised by the Silas pick, because you kind of don't beat Yone in lane, and then you don't really beat him in a side lane either. There's this sweet spot in the mid game where you can maybe get advantages just because your skirmishing power is stronger, but right now Chovy's struggling to match that of Faker in the side, and T1 putting pressure everywhere. Tier 2 tower secured in top lane. They've transitioned over to mid. Now they have another wave in bot. Gen.G's been dragged over towards the mid lane. That tower's going to fall. Gen.G in game 1, slowly losing more and more control over the game.
3K gold lead now for T1, even though the first minute or so, the Baron, they weren't able to find anything. It's a setup afterwards. This team has perfected these Baron plays.
To je engage, let's go! Výborná práce T1. A oni to fajtí dál? Ježišimaria! Krásaná práce! Let's go, a out of nowhere jsou T1 4,5 tisíce goldů ahead.
Gen.G walk
into their depths
again and again and say thank you very much.
Ne, Cookie run!
But the gold lead keeps growing.
And Faker just toying with them here on this bottom side of the map. Man, it really just feels like a big swing back. So much it was give and take in this game, but now T1 are just saying that they're going to have it all.
On se prostě nehnul s tím Skarnerem.
We didn't get to talk a lot about,
on se nemohl hýbat doslova.
The Ash Arrow into the Gragas ultimate makes it so difficult to protect the target that gets locked down. Lehen doing what he can to try and catch Gumayushi out, but it's just not enough. And the game is quickly snowballing in favor of T1.
Yeah, Lehen's not feeling too happy about it. You can see the GOAT as well, not celebrating yet. This is game 1. 5,000 gold is the approaching gold lead for T1. They have so much map control. They should be able to deny the rest of the Dragons. They can get their ducks in a row as far as these lanes are concerned. And Gen.G back out onto the map now, trying to steal away this blue buff, and they will be able to do so.
Okay.
Notice on the map, though, that Faker's pushing out the top wave. Mid has kind of been sacrificed. No one is actually in a position to catch it. Carrier is the one there to try and hold the wave. Guma's going to have to go the long way around. They've got pushing bot, which means that Chovy's going to go and answer, but ultimately the river has been conceded. Gen.G have purchase over that area of the map, while Faker's remaining top has the TP available. Let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah, playing the side lanes very well is Faker, as we can see, going to immediately teleport into the mid lane as that wave crashes forward. Keen, he's got his teleport up as well, but he's going to be behind the play just a little bit.
Wait for it.
Now Carrier looking for that opportunity. Hostile takeover, 2 seconds. Now it's back up and available. T1 are ready to fight.
Gen.G can choose to give this up. T1 only have a single dragon, but it looks like they don't want to give him the opportunity, maybe feeling like in the late game they can't match. Gen.G going to try and go for a Hail Mary here.
Yep, Chovy's got a cask at the ready. It is going to be Ona denying that soul, and now
Crazy
T1 starting off the fight. Can Gen.G actually find an angle as hostile takeover comes in? Carrier, he's tried to bail himself out, and it's going to work for now. The Impale is good. They take down Carrier, but can they deal with the carries? That's the question.
Faker!
Starting to pop up, and so is Gumayushi.
Faker! Oner furt žije! Už ne, nice! Let's go! Guma 6-0-5, ty píčo. Zeus 2-0-6. To je insane.
At the cost of their jungle and support.
GG,
the nexus in their eyes, 30 minutes in. T1 remain the gatekeepers of the World Finals, and they'll say you'll have to try better than that if you want to make it to London.
Nexus turret number 1, Nexus turret number 2, and T1 will take the first game in this best of 5, and we'll see whether Gen.G can do better in game 2.
Nice, chat.
So one of the things that I feel was missed, and there was not a lot missed from our teaser today. It was one of Phil's best things ever, but one of the things that was missed is that not only do you have to beat Faker to be the best, you always have to beat Faker to be the best. and they're not quite doing it yet. Faker still remains the GOAT, and he probably will forever. It's time for us to go to a break. When we get back, game number 2, we're going to break down that game number 1.
No chat, hoď nějaký klaps pro Fakera a T1. Je to 1-0. Ale jak tak koukám na ten čas, blíží se nám 3. hodina, takže já vám pro dnešek moc krát děkuju, že jste dorazili. Zítra budeme opět live od 1. hodiny odpoledne, respektive od 13:00. A dáme si... nevím. Uvidíme. Sledujte komunitu určitě a dozvíte se všechno. Takže díky moc za dnešek, vidíme se zítra.